the scene with Kirk in his in that situation. Yeah, I didn't understand it. I was confused. However, I gotta watch the show. If you watch it, it plays out. I would love to tell you, but just watch it. If you don't want to watch it, that's your business. But if you do want to know it, watch it. But I was confused myself. I had no idea that was gonna be said. I was blindsided, but it's all good. It won't be the first time, won't be the last time I get blindsided, right? I've been getting blindsided my whole life.
Listen up, child. The stars of love and hip-hop are clashing. And who would have imagined that Yandy and Rashida would find themselves on opposite sides of a disagreement? We all know how fiercely Yandy supports her man, Mendeecees, no matter what happens. However, things aren't going too smoothly between Mendeecees and Kirk Frost after Kirk essentially backed up Jasmine's claims about Mendeecees. Now, Kirk is leveraging his influence in Atlanta to prevent people from working with Mendeecees, and Yandy is not standing for it. You know, the one thing she takes seriously is her marriage and her finances. This time it's more intense than ever, and she's urging Rasheeda to confront her husband. Let's dive into this because it's wild to see Rasheeda and Yandy beefing, especially when they both deal with similar situations in their relationships. Since Mendeecees came home from prison in 2020, he's been focused on getting his finances in order. Yandy was there for him, ensuring he had a spot in the love and hip-hop world, and even brought him into some of her business ventures. He also shifted his focus to Snapchat and even tried to land some gigs as a motivational speaker, launching a webinar called From a Prison Cell to Living Well. Honestly, who did he think would pay for that? But anyway, that's not the main point. Yandy, as the primary breadwinner, has had Mendeecees feeling some type of way. You might recall that Yandy even expressed her frustration when he took off his wedding ring and refused to put it back on for ages. Mendeecees, on the other hand, didn't see the need to wear it, and openly admitted that, for him, the love in the marriage was gone. He was basically staying married to Yandy because he didn't have any better options. Ouch.
One thing that I also feel like is that respect should be mutual. Since we've been dealing and going through it, this guy over here decided he no longer wanted to wear his ring.
I feel like once we get to a place where this respect is restored, then we can wear the ring.
So if it was a question from Yandy about your ring, what would your answer be to her?
My concept of wearing the ring is, people together as one. I'm trying to get there.
Not there yet.
But what is the part? The together part or the one part?
Both.
Mendeecees has been acting distant, almost as if he's mentally checked out of the marriage, doing whatever he pleases. So it wasn't all that shocking when Jasmine, yes, Kirk's baby mama, showed up one day claiming that she had seen him. Or rather, one of her friends had seen him flirting with another woman at a bar. According to her, he had pretty much intimidated the girl to the point where she was too scared to speak up about what she knew.
Scene just so happens to be good friends with one of the girls that Mendeecees is having an affair with. She's scared to come forward, but it's been happening for a while now.
Yandy was furious. She was ready to fight and tear everything apart, especially since Mendeecees was insisting that he wasn't cheating and had nothing going on. Yandy was bending over backward defending him, even lying and saying she was the one chasing him. Meanwhile, Mendeecees was struggling to keep up with the defense, and he quickly latched onto the idea of Mendeecees' supposed affair just to take some heat off himself. It's crazy how guys do, right? But Mendeecees stuck to his story, denying any infidelity and claiming he wanted no part in the drama. He wasn't about to be the punchline and asked Kirk to back off. Respectfully, of course, but Kirk wasn't having it. He couldn't let it go, continuously bringing up the alleged cheating whenever he could, trying to get an edge over Mendeecees. He even implied that Jasmine and her friends weren't making up stories and hinted that if they had dirt on Mendeecees, it was something he really didn't want to come to light.
Is not being said is why they claiming they got information of a best friend who's scared to come forward, say this and that. I'm like trying to not be in the middle of it, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all gonna have to put two and two together yourself. People are not just making this up.
After all the back and forth drama, Mendeecees was done playing. Nice. He'd had enough of Kirk trying to throw him under the bus to cover his own mess. Mendeecees wasn't going to let that slide, especially when they crossed paths at a club in Atlanta. What started as heated words quickly escalated into a full-on brawl. Mendeecees came with all the smoke and people had to jump in to break it up. Kirk tried to act like he wasn't the one who instigated it, but it was obvious he was shaken by the whole situation. Since Kirk couldn't get physical with Mendeecees, he decided to hit him where it would hurt the most: his money. But Yandy wasn't going to let that slide either. She wasn't about to stay silent when Kirk tried to take shots at her man. Even if it meant calling out her close friend Rasheeda, Yandy was ready to step up and defend Mendeecees. Yandy and Rashida have always been loyal to each other, and Yandy wasn't about to let anyone tear that bond apart. But now, it seems like their loyalty to their men is starting to cause tension between them. Both women are standing by their husbands, even as they continue to make things worse for everyone involved. The internet definitely had plenty to say about it, with many fans feeling like Kirk is the one who's been behind most of the mess from the start. While some point fingers at Jasmine, I'm starting to think it's Kirk who's been pulling the strings all along. It seems like he's always been the one causing trouble, with Jasmine just being a part of it. What do you all think? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.